Hey friends, so in the last video we learned about headers. In this video we will learn about how to download files from an endpoint. So we will learn two ways. One is how to actually start the download. So sometimes you have seen that when you try to download a file from the internet, it starts the download directly. It asks you where to save the file on your local machine, and then you select the location, click OK, and it starts downloading. And the second one you have seen is sometimes it just opens the file in the browser itself. It happens with music files as well, and images pretty commonly. So for that, there is a header that we can set in the response, which tells the client, especially the browser, that what we want to do. So what we will do is we will start by creating an endpoint, and we will say file download. And then before we do anything, what we have to do is we have to get the files that we want to download. So in our project, in the topmost hierarchy, we will create a directory and name it files. You can name it anything, it doesn't have to be files. And then I'll just copy paste a couple of images from my machine into this folder, and these are just two images of some coffees. One is espresso and one is americano. And I'll go back to my routings. I'm just gonna close all the other tabs. And the first thing that we have to do is we have to get the file. So what we will do is we'll write file, and by using the file class we will pass the path of the file here. As the file is in our topmost directory in our project, so all we have to do is write the folder name. So in my case it's files, and then which file we want to download. So I'll do americano.jpg. The extension is important to tell the browser that it's an image file. And we have to set a header which is called content disposition. So this is the header which will tell the browser, in our case, that do we want to download the file or we want to open the file in the browser. So for that, all we have to do is headers, or header we can do like this. And then there is a class called http headers, which has a list of some most commonly used headers that browsers or the clients understand. So one of the header here is content disposition, and then we want to tell the browser that what we want to do with the file. So there is a class called content disposition, and here, so you can see these are the different types of content disposition. So file, inline, mixed, attachment. The most common one is attachment and inline. In our case, first I'll demonstrate you attachment, and then you can pass some parameters. So what are these parameters? Basically these parameters is, one of them is file name. So if you do content disposition dot parameters dot file name, so this file name is when you click on the link or you open the endpoint, what should be the default file name for this image. So I will say downloadable image.jpg. So we are getting error here. Okay, so what we have to do is, instead of parameters, we have to do parameter. So because we are just gonna pass one parameter here, and then we will convert this into a toString, and then we will just respond back with a text. File downloading. And now let's restart our server. Let's first try it in Postman. What happens there? So I change the endpoint, click send, and if you see the body, so Postman is not doing anything because Postman don't understand the concept of downloading files. But if I open any browser here, so I'm opening Firefox, I'm copying this endpoint, click here, you see that we get the pop-up to save the image on our machine, and you can see the default name is downloadable image. I'm not gonna download this, it's just for demonstration. And if you want to open the file within the browser, what we have to do is, I'll just copy paste everything because we just have to change one small thing. So I'll say file open, and in this case we'll do espresso.jpg and open image.jpg, and we'll do inline here. So inline means open the image within the browser. So let's rerun the server. I'll copy the endpoint, open our browser, and let's see. Okay. Do file open. Oh, I'm sorry. I did a mistake here. Instead of respond text, what we have to do is respond file and pass the file here. So we have to do a similar thing in the previous one. But it won't affect if you are downloading the image. It's mainly when you are trying to open the file. So let's test both endpoints again. So let's go to the browser, click open file, and you can see that it opened the file within the browser itself. And now we will do file download. So not a difference when you are trying to download the file. You can click OK, and let's save it, and I'm clicking my browser and it's opening the file with the image name that we set it to. So that's how you can download files, and instead of image it can be anything. It can be an mp3 file, a video file. It doesn't make a difference in that case. So I hope you enjoy this video, and we will meet you in the next tutorial. Thank you.